And we are going to talk about something really special. So the audience in YouTube and other places where you're seeing me live, I'm Ganesh Srinivasan. We are running this Dumb Mastery and I facilitate this Dumb Mastery. And it is run using the principles of ancient Indian spirituality and Vedas. And when we do that, we also utilize the principles which are given by the ancient seers, but not being practiced, not being understood. So it is reviving that which has got a potential to transform not only the business world, but a country, yourself, and others. And in the process, you can easily make a lot of money, right? So with that, let's go to today's topic. Today's topic is something unusual. So how many of you believe in a God? You can raise your hands. So what if you become the God? And in Dumb Mastery, we talk about being a dumb God. Dumb means not unintelligent or something. Dumb means being quiet and looking at the whole thing in a different perspective. So, ignorant, right? Not aware, right? Sometimes we can be quiet, but intelligent. Sometimes we can be quite ignorant, right? Both the cases are possible. So today is going to be Dumb God, and I'll invite Dada to come back and take us through this superb, deep thinking subject, right? In the matter of next 10 minutes, how many of you are ready, right? How we can let go of various things in our past and be more powerful, like a God. What is that one quality, right? We are going to look at that one quality. Yeah, John. So, over to you, Dada.
Good morning, everyone. How are you guys? Good morning. Okay. I wanted to do today, there are two mudras, and these mudras are not from Vedic sciences. This is from my sciences. Okay. One mudra is called as fist mudra. Another mudra is called as open hand mudra. Can I do that? Okay. Now tell me which one is business. Did you get my point? Which one is business? If this was business, this is also a business. Yes or no? That is also a business. But that will be business of politicians. That will be the business of probably running and ruling and dictating. This is also a business. Yes or no? And this is a business where you can only shake hands only when you let it go. Yes or no? So today's topic is about letting go. Today's topic is about you want to keep the fist on, you will never be able to shake hands. Am I right or am I right? Did you get my point? If you are having your fist on, you will never be able to shake hands. So today we have, I don't know, this topic was something I can take probably around hours and hours, but I thought of giving it in like 5 minutes. Coach, can you just share the topic? Okay, or else I can just share the topic today. Let's do it in parts, okay? So coach, don't give the entire thing. Probably you can give it in parts. Okay, since you have already got it. Oh, you have already got it. Okay. So we'll start with my reflection here today. So I have tried to write a kind of a poem. After even 12 years also, you can be stung. Learned that had been a lunatic in love that sung. Had I not forgiven, I would have not forgotten. The last pass was definitely hard. I now realize I was a dumb nerd. The truth I learned was zero expectations, and that I am only responsible for all my own salvations. Forgive someone to forget and fast forward for fantastic future. Dumb you if you hold back. So might not be it is a rhyming poem, but I think it is a very deep connection with me. Not very far. I think coach, I think it was last around 1 year back. There were some people who had been instrumental in my journey. these people were also instrumental in deleting 700 of my videos, which took 400 years. Not 400 years, maybe 400 days, maybe beyond that, 4 years, in fact, to design all these 700 videos. And now, in one shot, everything was deleted. They took it in revenge. I forgive them. Okay, but that is also helping me to also delete my past mistakes. Yes or no? Right. So today, I would like to tell you a small story. Imagine you are pushed without any fault. You are jailed without any reason. You are tortured without any end. And now you are asked to dig your own grave and you have no expectations. In your own grave, you are pushed, you are kicked, you are beaten, and you are asked to lie down in your own grave, where other people laugh at you, other people mock at you. They even go to that extent that they even piss on you. Hindi movies and English movies share you the other side of being and taking revenge. Yes or no? Correct? Imagine if you are lying down in the grave and you are able to see the open sky, but you know that you are handcuffed and people are giving all different kind of slangs from their entire thing. And imagine in that area, when you are given the power, what are you going to do? What will be your stake? It is very hard. Yes or no? Imagine if I give you that power at that point of time. Okay, power to do anything. You can kill anyone. You can actually make anyone disappear like this. What will you do? So this is a story. This is a true story. Can anyone tell me whose story is this? This is a true story. And I would like that person to talk to you directly. Good. So here is the story. And listen to this person. When he came out of the jail, he became a president. He had the power to kill anyone, create a large level of a massacre. But he chose a different path. He invited the same guy who ordered him all the torture, and even he pissed on him in his grave. He invited him for a dinner together. Can you imagine the level of amount of forgiveness this guy had? Yes or no? This person is none other than Nelson Mandela.
Nelson Mandela.
Great. So here,
still, most of your adult life has been taken from you. Where do you put any bitterness, and where do you put that human appetite for satisfaction, if not revenge?
Well, it's not easy if you are busy with constructive work to think about issues which make you bitter. Bitterness comes very easily when one is idle and has nothing to do. If you are busy with something positive, constructive, and rewarding, you are likely to forget experiences which have been counterproductive.
how many of you got a okay. So how many of you guys got a very fantastic early morning power dose from Nelson Mandela himself? Okay. So if you are busy with something very constructive and positive, then this bitterness of past experience does not have an effect on your growth. How do you think this today's session is very deep, very, very deep? And in your life, there is some incident, there is some moment, there is someone who has been instrumental in making you to get towards the bitterness. And I strongly feel every day we can live our life in two ways. Yeah. One, in complete bitterness, thinking about that, doing about that, and creating that bitterness in future. Another one is you need to let it go. Focus on something that might be more productive. Just imagine 12 years. If I had been into that thing, and if I'm just clinging on, another 12 years would have gone like that. Today, I would not get beautiful brothers and sisters like you guys. Yes or no? I would have never got into something that I will be able to come out of it. I would have been a kind of a beggar somewhere in the roads. Probably some of you guys would be throwing stones at me, or might be coached to this extent. Might be I would have met you in some traffic. Tuck, tuck, give it. Yeah, I'm telling you a true story. It is not easy for me to probably explain you that way. But today, you have a chance, okay? There is somebody in our life who are instrumental. Even God is also blamed here. Even our Prime Minister is blamed. Just imagine, jo hai naam wala wahi badnaam. So there is someone who has been holding you. Now you wanted to take a revenge on that. You had fisted it out. If today is the day, if you need to unlock that, are you willing to go ahead? Are you willing to give me the permission to do that for you in the next 3 minutes? Otherwise, this session is of no meaning. This has never been done. This is the first time I'm doing with you. People who are watching this, you guys can also, be a part of this journey. But I need your permission. Give me a high five in the next 3 minutes if you want me to let it go. Good. This is going to be tough. You are declaring today. First, number one, don't tell me, don't write in the comment, write down the name of the person who has been the reason for your anger, for your uneasiness, for your revenge, for your sadness, and for that guilt. Write down the name of that incident. Don't write it in the comment. It's okay. But please write it down somewhere. If you want to write it somewhere, it's fine. You can write it to me personally also. Absolutely, for those people who are online with me. Okay. The first thing is, many a time we forget that this person can be you as well. It might not be others. Many times you just see a reflection in somewhere, but you need to have a reflect on yourself. Okay. So once you have identified this one person, there is a reason for putting this person's name also. Yes or no? And that reason will be some event, some memories, some moments in past. There should be somebody. Okay. So I want you to do two things. Okay. The task is already been given out there. So in the task, if you can just scroll up, you will see what would it take? What is that first two step that is required for you to forgive and let go this particular person? Just two steps. Okay. For me, it was only one thing is, do not expect and start recreating your life. Be so busy recreating your next life. And that was actually the second part, but I had a third part also. I understood you cannot create your life if you can't create somebody else's life. It took many years for me to learn that. Might be that is the enlightenment I have. And I understood if my clients are not happy, if my clients are not getting their expected results, I will also not get my expected results. Yes or no? And not only your clients, it can be your neighbors, your family, your friends, your circle of influence, all these people. Happiness is not about having a satisfied tummy, but also having satisfied tummy of other people around you. Yes or no? What is the point of being a king where you have all the gold and other people are just probably somehow reaching their hand to mouth? So these are the two areas that you need to probably look at. Today, I want you to just write 2 points, 2 initiative points. Okay, that can be as simple as, chalo pani dalo, let's go. Okay, no problem. Okay, so I just forgive you. How do you forgive you? From your heart. Because unless and until you forgive, you will not be able to forget. That is my experience to you. Unless and until you forgive, you will not be able to forget. Just imagine Nelson Mandela, how much power does it take for him? No, he has been tortured so many days, years into that small prison, tortured like hate. And he invited him on that same very day when he was coronated as the president. That same very day, he invited that person, that jailer, for his dinner. And he had the dinner today. He says, yeah, I could have taken a revenge so easily. But if I do that, it will not be just my revenge, but it will be a mass destruction to the entire world. Somewhere you need to stop it. Somewhere you need to put that gear on. And he decided to invite him to change him with his example. Beautiful. So I think these are gods in human form. Yes or no? Anna? So there was one more person, Mahatma Gandhi. He says, you slap me in one cheek, you slap me in others. Look, this is something which is not a god. Okay, you have tortured me, but there is a way. Again, I'm telling you, he preached about something called as ahimsa. I'm talking about Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, where he spoke about, okay, don't fight back. But in today's world, it's a different scenario. If you need to survive, you need to fight yourself first. You need to fight with your mind first, then you fight with your instincts, fight with your memories. Before you fight anything else, these are the three biggest enemies which is inside you. Yes or no? Right? बाहर में क्या लड़ोगे यार, खुद थक के मर जाओगे. Remember one thing, a person who has not forgiven himself is going to be the last soldier to go out in the war. He will die in that guilt itself. So take 2 steps. How can you forgive yourself instantly? The best way to forgive yourself is just forget it. Leave it. It's okay. Karam tum karo, phal wo dega. Man plans and he laughs. Yes or no? So you have done your job, fine. Now what you can do constructive? It is not easy. I understand. This topic might take time, but I want you to write it down today. Writing is the doing of thinking. It will be the first step for you to have a blueprint of something that you want to take your future to in your own control. Okay. Now, if you don't find a purpose to it, the second part of today's task is what benefit you will get if you let it go. Just type in 3 words or 3 sentences. What benefit will happen if you don't get into that mode of revenge? For me, if I have not done this, I would have not learned so many things. I would have not met so many people. I would have not understood that मेरे जिंदगी में ज़्यादा problem बहुत सारे लोगों को है. I would have never learned that so much of problem, so much of pain, so much of sadness, and so much of guilt is there in the world. And when I learned it, my guilt became this much. My pain became this much. That's the same reason I always ask people who are in my community, in my family, that read an autobiography at night. Why? Because when you sleep, you will sleep so tight because there is somebody who has seen more pain than you. They have seen more struggle than you, and they have seen the better side of their life also. Yes or no? Any autobiography, you will find everyone has struggled so much. And when you read that and when you sleep, you will understand, मैं अकेला नहीं हूँ यार, मेरे से बड़े-बड़े पागल लोग हैं. Yes. So find out that thing. Okay. What will happen if you let it go? What is the benefit? So I did that. My first benefit was I was able to cope up with my life. Number 2, the second thing happened is I was able to do something positive, creative, constructive, which helped not only me, but many of you, including all of you guys who are sitting here, is because of that reason only. Yes or no? And if you're watching me on the video, I would have never come on in live if I have not let go that part. So I would like to give one more example here. The person or the entire group of people who deleted my 700 videos, I was instantly very angry, very sad, and I didn't know what to do. I was confused, and I had a lot of energy inside me. And I'm telling you, it is easy to destroy somebody's life than making it constructively good. Yes or no? Right? So here is what that great enlightenment happened that day. I was standing under a tree, and it was raining very heavily. There was no place to go. And when I looked up just to see the rain, it's going to stop or not, I saw one funny, fantastic thing. I would like to share this. I saw that the municipality of that area, they have chopped some of the trees so that it doesn't touch the wire. How many of you know this? Okay. They usually chop the trees, the branches, so that it doesn't touch the wire. And this might have happened many days back. They have chopped that particular trees, branches, but what I saw was a small green shoots coming out of that place where the chop was there. Did you get my point? And that struck me. तुम जिधर मारोगे मैं वहीं पे खड़ा हूँ. Did you get my point? तुम काटोगे जहाँ पे मैं वहीं से नया दोबारा शुरू करूँगा. That gave me the new enlightenment. There are so many things that you can learn from nature. The tree never said anything. It also cried. It is having the pain, but it said, no problem. I will leave again from the place where you have cut. If you guys are finding it something, and this is not somebody's else, this is minding. When you are in that kind of a mindset, you will never be able to see all these things. That is a promise. If you are in that kind of a mindset of revenge and agony and pain and all those things, probably you will not see this. You need to have a comparative study. That's why this family, that's why when you come together, be together early morning, when you are working together, you will know that I am not only one, there are a lot of other people who are striving the same thing. Can we help each other? Can we be a one family? Can we make it another push? That is the entire intention of this movement called Fest. So today when you come here, You are learning a lot of other prices also. So write it down, okay? Write it down, that 2 steps that you can take today to let go your fist, because fist khologe nahi to handshake hoega nahi. Yes or no? Okay. आज मुट्ठी खोलो. लोग बोलते हैं ना, हम 5 मुट्ठी करेंगे, पावर मिलेगा. नहीं यार. Who said all these things? I'm breaking all the myths. है ना? 5 उंगली मिलेगा तो मुट्ठी होगा. नहीं होगा. 5 उंगली मिलेगा तो उल्टा सीधा काम होएगा. But if you let that mutti go, empower others, each one is so much powerful. Yes or no? Handshake tabhi hoga when you let it go, when you let that ego go. Many times we feel that we know a lot of things. No, we don't know. There are a lot of things that are still there. The moment you say, oh, I know everything, I am the expert, I have got 360-degree services, what is happening is you are talking from a level of ignorance. There is someone better than you. There is someone with whom you might not know. There is someone who can do things more than you can even imagine also. Yes or no? Yeah. So always keep that margin, okay, of improvement. Keep that scope of improvement. It is a very powerful thing. So what can be the other benefits? Write down your benefits, because when you write down your benefits of letting that go, you have actually now become a saint by yourself. Yeah. First you say, and then you ain't. That means you don't. That's called saint. Get my point? So first you say to yourself, okay, hey, these are the 2 things. So in your mind, there are always a saint and a devil. Yes or no? There is always a saint and a devil. So abhi kiska sunna hai? Sometimes you need to work on the devil also. If you don't work with the devil, then probably you will become a devil. Devil bahar mein nahi hai. Duniya mein 2 cheez hai, heaven and hell. The hell is actually inside you. The heaven is also inside you. Unless and until ye compromise nahi hoega, you will not be able to do anything. You will always be. Many people, they just stand. Have you noticed? They just stand because they are not able to decide. This fight is going on in their head. The faster decision takes when the faster agreement happens here. Yes or no? The same thing happens with you. The same thing happens with your clients, prospect, family members also. Help them to take faster decisions. And that is what we do for closing. That's the same thing that we do for closing, is we help them to decide faster. We don't do anything else. We don't make them to decide. They decide themselves, but we help them to accelerate that position. So I hope today's session was powerful enough for you guys to start this. So the point that I want to make it, okay, is the transcendence today. Okay, let me give you the transcendence. The transcendence called as let go to let free. Okay, let go to let free. You can write it down somewhere or you can stick it somewhere. It is a very simple word, and might be this can change everything from today onwards. This is your transcendence. Let go to let free. So with that, I pass the mic back to Coach, and we will have only 10 minutes to share your things, and we can stop the recording in the next 5 minutes. Coach, over to you.
Thank you. It was quite powerful, isn't it? Who would like to share? Mahesh? Yeah, go ahead. Next is Deepak.
And good morning, Coach, and good morning, family members. Today's topic is really powerful. Why powerful? Because everyone be in that mode only, like thinking about enemies, thinking about negatives, thinking about what are the past failures are there. People will swim in that only. But thing is there, I would like to explain this with a quotation. There is a saying in English, or it is given by Martin Luther King, like darkness cannot drive, it cannot drive out with the darkness. Am I making sense? Darkness cannot drive out with the darkness. It is done only with the help of light only. When the light comes, darkness goes out. So it means hate cannot drive out with hate. So we should go with the love. So that is given by Martin Luther King. It's a great quote. Definitely today's topic given that thing. So whenever we forgive the people or things or ourselves, definitely we can move forward. Every time Dada used to say this. So if you cannot run, at least walk. If you cannot walk, at least move. At least try to crawl. So like this. So don't stuck with the past failures or enemies or things. Forgive everything. Move forward. Get the new things. That is what. So definitely today's things are like fantastic, and I'm very like excited for the new
Yeah.
things. Thank you, Dada.
Great. So keep it short so that like other people also get chance. Deepak,
Let go.
restrict it yourself to a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, let go to let free. That was a fantastic quote, what Dada said. I broke up my business when I was in a partnership. So there was a failure which happened and I got stuck with it. So I cannot have a partners in my business anymore. So that was not allowing me to grow big. When I joined hands again with the few people who are powerful, so now the business is happening. So only thing we need to identify what is our strength and what we can do with that strength. And failure can happen, and we can let it go as it has happened. So thank you for giving this input. Let go, let free. That has helped really many people, and they can come out very strongly on this. Thank you, Dada.
Yeah. Who would like to go next? Raise your hand, or you can even put your name. Yeah, Rahul. Go ahead.
सर मेरी लाइफ में ऐसा कोई है ही नहीं अभी कि जिसकी वजह से मुझे हेट हो या ऐसा कुछ भी जो पहले था जो अभी अभी रेगुलर अभी मेरे साथ टच में ही नहीं है ऐसा कोई भी
बढ़िया.
Blessed. You are blessed. If you don't have any where you can have a kind of a bad memory, that is a very good thing. You're already in a better way. So what is stopping?
बैड मेमोरीज रही है पर वो सब शॉर्ट आउट वहां से कर दिया कि जो लोग मेरे काम के नहीं है तो उनसे बिल्कुल ही साइड हो जाओ क्योंकि वो काम नहीं आने कभी भी वो सिर्फ टाइम पास करवाएंगे हमारा.
Yeah. So there is another thing that I would like to share with you. So how to treat your enemy? Treat them with respect, but give them a lot of bullshit so that they are busy. Did you get my point? How to treat your enemy and how to treat your competition is treat them with a lot of respect, but give them some bullshit so that they are busy. Yeah. And I have done this with one of my clients also. He said, Amit, I have got so many competitions. Well, look, how many are competitions? He said 3. So we went with each one of them, give them a lot of respect, give them a lot of gifts, and give them something very secret that we are working on. And they tried to copy that secret or secret kuch tha hi nahi. And we made them work for almost like 6 to 7 months. But 6 to 7 months was good enough for my clients to grow from that place. Anyone getting an aha moment here? Good. Okay. There's nothing called competition. And when after 6 months, then they came back, okay, we could not find anything. I said, let's collaborate and work together. Now we have got 3 people coming to that 4th guy who was my client. And now 4 is better than 3, yes or no? And then we use the same nonsense and same bullshit, but it worked great. You know why? Because they believed that there exists something. The same technique was used by, how many of you know, Henry Ford? He said 8-valve engine banta hai, nahi banta tha. Everyone said nahi banta hai. They put all the scientists put on gunpoint. You bloody make it. And they created it. They created it. Yes, it took many years, but they got creation of it. Did you get this? A bullshit idea with the right torture can also create some amazing things. So if you have no problems on that, then create this. Anyone getting some aha moment today? I'm showing you some ways to live your life. Okay, next person.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Dr. Reshma.
Dr. Reshma. So we'll end with you, okay? And if you have anything more, so go to Facebook group and share your ideas, dump everything. Thank Mark Zuckerberg for giving such an amazing space to all of us. Yes or no? Yeah, awesome, nice, go ahead.
Yes, coach, thank you. The word let go to let free, that is wonderful what I realized. So if we don't forgive ourselves, how can we forgive others? If I are holding the grudge towards myself, then how can we let go of the grudge towards others? That's what I realized. I have done that so many long time. I forgive myself so that I am becoming more everything, more peaceful, happiness, energy, better relationship, everything. That was the thing I realized today. So it's very good to everyone to forgive themselves. Whatever they have done in past, forgive yourselves first, forgive myself. That will definitely give good results in our life. Thank you.
Awesome, nice. So I think that is a good example of it. How many of you have heard of this person called as the King Ashoka? Okay, so a time came when on the coast of Odisha, when this entire flood bath was happening, the biggest warfare at that point of time. And he was at a place where he created Santi Stupa in Dhavalgiri. Please find out that point. Fantastic place it is. And that's the time. The first thing that he did is he was directionless. He was in a chaotic place. He surrendered to Buddha. And when Buddha said, the first thing is you need to let it go. So first you let it go of your crime that you have done. Okay. How can you create something which is positive? The same thing is now taken by Mandela. The same thing was taken by even Gandhi. He was thrown out of the train. How many of you know this? You know, he was thrown out. He was given slimes and he stood out in a different way.
South Africa.
Yeah, South Africa. Fine. So again, another thing I'm telling you, business is an amazing religion where there is technically no crime. Politics and non-violence cannot exist together. Did you get my point? Politics and the person, Mahatma Gandhi, he preached about non-violence. He was killed by the violence only. Okay, that is not my word. This is a word of person who promoted Bhagavad Gita in the entire world, Mr. Prabhupada. If you read his write-ups, you will understand that there are areas to create this movement. The first movement happens when you do the movement inside you. You don't move your inside movement, it doesn't happen outside also. In Fest also the same thing happens. First, you will understand the change. Yesterday when we were on the dojo, I think coach was there. The first thing, this person, he said, Dada, we have crossed more than 2.5 crores in one single deal. Can you imagine? How many of you can imagine this? So, jo dikhta nahi hai, bikhta nahi hai, I know that. That's the same reason I wanted to even show you this amazing thing. And this is yesterday, okay? I'm showing you, this is yesterday, just 10th May, and look at this, okay? I have closed 2.5 crore deal. I am so happy. Dojo is changing my life. But Dada, you are always rebuking me. That's love, man. If you make even 20 crores also, I'm going to treat you the same way. I want to push you still hard. Do you want me like that? This is something that happened yesterday. And when he was sharing his things, he said, I learned to close more deals when I'm silent. Because when he's silent, he's doing a lot of calculations, which otherwise was not possible. When you talk, when you talk, it's a monologue, but when you're silent, it's a dialogue. Have you noticed? When you talk, it's a monologue, but when you're silent, it's a dialogue. You are working inside, and only the good things will come out if you know how to control that. So with that amazing power, I would like you guys to share your UCLA videos inside your Facebook group. People who are watching this on YouTube and Facebook otherwise, and you are thinking, ye kya bol raha hai? So there is a very beautiful thing. Magnet ke paas aoge nahi to kabhi magnet banoge nahi. Bahar rahoge to rust ho jaoge. You will be rusted outside. Yeah, because there are so many factors to keep you rusted. Yes or no? So how do you come to the magnet? You figure it out. I'll not say click there, down there, this, there. Nah. Figure it out. What do you want to do? Connect with people out there. Search people. This is one of the biggest powers that we do in Fest. With that, I would like to also give a reminder. 29th, we are doing something which is live in Bangalore. If you want to know more about that, write to support@amitnath.in. Yeah, the tickets are not for open. Okay. Again, I'm telling you, you need to ask for the tickets. We will never go and promote that because this is happening. We have yesterday we had 50 seats. Today we have 40 seats. Tomorrow it will be less. 29th, kab tak khatam ho jayega malum nahi. And this is something which is going to be a closed room event. No phones allowed, no cameras allowed. And this is something which will be sharing you some things which will never be published outside. We'll never be talking outside as well. Because these are certain things which are very core, very confidential. And this is only for the family who are coming in here. You take one step, let us come to you for 10 steps. As a family, one for all for one. So with that, I'll probably pause today's session out there. Share your ideas, share your inputs. You can connect with on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on social media, on email, anything. So with that, share that good thing that you are going to initiate. With that,